track listing of the album. Track 1 is a song called Damn. I was very persistent in wanting this as the first track on the record because it's sort of like an explosion of my like stream of consciousness. It covers everything that I sort of talk about in the record. Hedonism, escapism, falling in love, falling out of love, you know, telling myself these things at night to sleep. And it goes into this sort of like techno breakbeat. I made it with this amazing producer called Pat Alraz. A maximalist arrival. It's not shy. Track 2 is Free, which I say it in such like a soft voice because it was the first track that I put out for the album campaign. It just felt really emotive and like it's pop bliss, it's ethereal. I think it feels very like in the same world of like early Robin. Track 3 is Wet n Wild. I love the song in the dance electronic world. Got those like acidy synths. I wrote it with Caroline Sands, aka Sherbak. She is one of my favourite producers on the planet. It explores a crazy night that I had in New York. I leave the club, there's tears. I'm sort of like running through New York, through Soho, expecting my friends to follow me, but they have no idea that I've left the club. I was actually wearing a little Vivian dress, so that's where the lyric, my figure eight as I walk away, in my Vivian, what a waste of a dress you never see. My mascara runs, but it's just the rain. I like that song a lot. Track 4 is a song called Just Two. I wrote this with Uffy, OG pop electronic queen, and we built Andrea, who's this amazing artist, built this track around just this idea that, you know, like no matter what happens, if you have your person, you know, you can kind of face the world alone, like just enough, just a kiss, just one night, just a little bitter. Produced by Pat Alraz and Joe Brown. Track 4 is a song called Tectonic. It feels very spiritual, this song. Me comparing my love to the shift and like energy of tectonic plates, and like how you can like be in different countries and you can have oceans between you, but you can like still feel each other's energy. It has a slight like ray of light energy. The 6th track on the record is a song called Party People. I released this on New Year's Eve. Party People is like about my obsession with club kids and the characters that just take to the night and own the night. The gatekeepers to like the underground nightlife. Met my chosen family in clubs and nights out, and I'm so thankful for that. And sometimes I feel like I'm like on the outskirts of it. I'm not always in the club, but I love just to like spectate. And I wrote it with Sega Bodega. He is a genius and electronic wizard. He's really something to work with. The 7th track is called Angel of Satisfaction. I actually pushed for it to come forward in the rollout because I started to play it live and I just noticed the room light up. An Angel of Satisfaction is a description of me trying to understand success and fame, like from the outside, and being around and being at these parties and just seeing how it all works. I think real success does come with its problems, and I wanted to kind of capture that in the song, and I wrote it with Justin Tranter. Pop God. 8th song on the record is Switch. Lyrically is about my exploration of like switching up roles and fun with that, and maybe like being in a, you know, going into having a little bit more control, and career wise like things are just like really happening. Number 9 is a song called Hackney Wick. There's a very special place in my heart for this song. It kind of encapsulates the whole album for me because it feels like a time when I wrote most of these songs. I was living just off of Victoria Park. I used to just walk up the canal to Hackney Wick. I talk about a night that we had. Take me right back, we're in Hackney Wick, all the love, all the energy. Really special song. I made it with Pat Alraz and Caroline Sherbak. She did the string arrangement on it. The 10th track on the album is called First. It's actually a little bit drum and bass, this tune. Talking about like my competitive energy. I am a Capricorn, and sometimes that's like great, but also sometimes it's quite exhausting. Talking about how like in a relationship sometimes it's like you're trying to like one up each other. The thrill, the rush of beating someone you crush on. I've said too much, but you haven't said enough. Is it love or just a competition for us? Number 11, Everything Changes, and then in brackets, but I won't. It's probably the only love song on the record, solely love song. When I was writing it, I was kind of just imagining me in like the eye of a storm, and like everything's happening around me and things are changing and growing up and blah blah blah, but like I'm still there and the same. I wrote this for someone very special. They know who they are, and it's about like growing up with someone, which is amazing but also really hard because you like change. I made it with Justin Tranter and Sean Wasabi, this incredible producer. Last but not least is Louder Please, the album title. Mostly instrumental. I built it with Caroline Schurbach, and I just said I really want to create a piece of music that just feels like the whole album. At the very beginning you hear, "Could you play it a little louder please?" which is my cousin Sophie Ann, who's like mini me.